everyone, my name's Angela Hart and I'm a graduate student at Georgetown University. For the last year, I've been working on my thesis project, which examines the ramifications political film adaptations have on viewing audiences. In order to conduct my analysis, I used the film Recount as my case study. Recount depicts the 2000 election Bush versus Gore. Both the Republicans and Democrats then had to deal with the recount process down in Florida due to the issues of undervotes and voter tabulation problems that occurred during Election Day. Recount is a fascinating film. It's masterfully directed by Jay Roche, and the writing is right on point. Screenwriter Danny Strong did a great job capturing the 2000 election and all of the issues that occurred down in Florida. I am particularly intrigued by the fact that Jay Roche and Danny Strong were able to add drama to a movie in which most people already knew the outcome. Recount aired on HBO in 2008, 8 years after the 2000 election. My study began in 2015 and is going to conclude in 2016. It is a mark of great writing, acting, and directing for this film to remain relevant. There are numerous times throughout the film that the production was able to add suspense and drama, leaving the audience wondering what was going to happen next, even though they knew the Gore team was not going to be successful in the end. For instance, on election night, Gore conceded to Bush over the phone, and when he was going to give his concession speech to the American public, David Morehouse had to run after him, jump out of his car, and chase after Al Gore to ensure the fact that he did not give his speech publicly. Earlier on, Morehouse is introduced to the audience with an ice pack on his knee, limping because he's injured. This is the individual who then has to chase Al Gore. Morehouse is battling an injury. He's not feeling very well that night. He falls over as he's chasing Al Gore. He's then stopped by security, and then he proceeds to run after Al Gore down the entire hallway before he finally catches him, seconds before he steps on stage. That adds an element of drama and intrigue within the viewer, who may or may not remember the specific details of Al Gore's concession. If somebody didn't remember he conceded over the phone and not publicly, this was something they would learn in the film. One of my personal favorite scenes is right after Miami-Dade announced they were going to abandon the recount. Dennis Leary, as Michael Woolley, picks up a wooden chair and tosses it against the wall, smashing it to pieces. This action helps the audience to realize how important Miami-Dade abandoning the recount truly is. This meant that any ballot that demonstrated a voter's intent was no longer going to be included in the final tally. Due to recount laws, only full recounts can be included. Partial recounts or hybrids are not allowed. Any ballots that had already been determined to be votes were going to be discarded. This was also detrimental to the Gore campaign in their quest to have all of the votes counted. Woolley's reaction of tossing the chair symbolizes this importance to the audience. Having read every screenwriting manual on the market, I can testify to the fact a majority of them make note of the race against the clock scenario. Films revolve around characters trying to accomplish goals. If there's a deadline or time constraint on that goal, it becomes so much more suspenseful. For the 2000 election recount, all of the votes needed to be in by a certain date because there needed to be a new president ready to take office. The American public was anxiously awaiting the outcome in Florida. At certain points in the movie, there would be little white wording at the bottom of the screen in which the audience learned how many days until the certification deadline. Not only were the Democrats taking on this quest, but they had to do so within a set period of time. This added much more drama and suspense. Having the Democrats race against the clock before Katherine Harris certified a Bush victory was really important to adding suspense within the viewer. Screenwriter Danny Strong did an excellent job of compressing dialogue and using composite characters. His script provided the foundation for Jay Roche to work from and add drama visually. The Democrats were not successful with their quest to have all of the votes counted. The Supreme Court ruled against them, and George W. Bush became president. Citizens are very well aware of the fact that Bush is the 43rd president of the United States. Yet, at the same time, they are watching Recount, wondering what is going to happen, due to the fact that the film follows all of the details leading up to that decision. Not knowing each individual step taken during the recount process is what keeps the viewer engrossed in the film. Every scene in Recount needed to have some sort of suspenseful element or drama to intrigue the viewer. The film was very successful with this. If you have any questions about Recount or my study, please comment down below or contact me directly. I would love to talk to you more about this in the future. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time.